Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the most underrated sneaker channel on YouTube. Your words, not mine today, man. Today we're going to be talking about something that we wanted to do for quite a while now. We've been debating whether to put out a YouTube video about this or just to bring it up on our podcast. And we decided to do a YouTube video because we can do it in a little bit shorter form. And hopefully it will have the impact that we're trying to make with this video. And that is the Nike Just Do It box. As you can see by the booze my man Dallas throwing up here, we're over the Nike box, man. I thought there was initially a lot of complaints last year around holiday season with this box, and I thought that was going to be the end of it, but they've continued along with this Nike box. Chances are there are a lot of you watching this video that have had issues with this Nike box. There might be some of you that haven't had any issues, that don't know what the hell we're talking about, so just stay tuned. We'll break it all down for you. If you don't know, this is the homie Dal Palantonio, one half of the Most Underrated podcast with me as well. We drop new episodes every Tuesday and Friday every week, but I wanted to bring Dal in on this video because he actually had a crazy experience involving one of these joints, man. So let's just get into this first. So there are a couple different issues with these Nike boxes. Number one, when you buy the shoes from Nike, right?
The worst.
You buy the shoe from Nike, they ship it to your house, and then what?
Then you hope it's there when you get home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and this just screams, steal it off my porch, man. You know, this just screams to potential people and says, I need this box more than you need it.
Just steal it, is what it should say.
Just steal it, for sure.
The UPS man comes, he leaves this joint sitting on the front of your doorstep there, and it says Nike all over it. It's got Just Do It branding. Go ahead.
Then I get the notification on my phone. Immediately I'm stressed.
The package has been delivered, and you know it's just sitting there. This happens to a lot of people in cities, whether they work during the day, they go to school, they don't have a post office box, they don't have somewhere, they don't have a place of business to ship their package.
Right.
For a lot of people, this Nike box is just sitting on their doorstep, left there by the UPS man. Now, hopefully this hasn't happened to you, but we've seen tons of videos on the internet of porch pirates and people coming to steal packages. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, especially sneaker Twitter. If you're in the community on there, Instagram, you see a lot of people talking about these Nike boxes, man, posting that they had their package stolen off their porch, posting video of their package stolen off their porch. Now, it's not to say that Nike eliminating the branding from the box would stop all of the packages being stolen, because it wouldn't, but it definitely wouldn't put as big of a target. Now, you know, this is a premium package. When this box comes to your house, it's like Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Prada or Burberry or some high fashion brand putting their logo on the outside of the box. It just makes for such a target, and I don't understand what the purpose is.
You also have their slogan.
Right.
Like, you're double timing.
On the tape.
Just waiting for that thing to be stolen.
That brings me to my next point, Dal, the tape. So obviously this is there because it's supposed to be tamper-proof tape. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be tamper-evident. You can see when somebody cuts through the tape. As I've done here, I already, opened this box, got the shoes, whatever. That doesn't matter. I don't think anybody is taking a look at tamper-evident tape anymore. You think when StockX, you think when somebody gets this package, they're looking at it saying, oh, yep, this hasn't been cut open, and then they cut it open. No, they get the thing and rip it open. They're trying to authenticate the shoes and on to the next one.
They ain't got time to look at tape.
Exactly. No. Exactly. So number one is the shoes being stolen off your porch. That is what is bad about these boxes. Let's get into number two and your personal story with a Nike box just like this one.
So for me, I'm buying and selling so many shoes a week. I'm probably buying 2 to 3 at least, which means I'm selling 3 to 4. That's kind of my business operation. That's how I'm able to do this, right? Not go broke. All these boxes that, these shoes are being shipped in, they're pretty important to me, right? Because I need to reuse them to send these shoes back to whatever warehouse, whether it's StockX warehouse, Goat warehouse. So I'm not spending a lot of money for boxes and packaging and tape and all this, right? I went to actually sell my Air Max 98 soles.
Oh,
the Air Max joints.
The Aquafresh.
The Aquafresh joints for sure. But I wore them for a little bit, and the great thing about Goat is you can sell used.
Yep.
So when you're kind of done with the shoe and want to move on, which I can't keep all shoes, unfortunately, and I went to sell this pair of shoes and boxed it up, put the label on, and I was even careful with the label to even cover up one of the Nike logos out of the two. So I took a little bit of pride on there, and then obviously the tape was kind of screwed up on one side. The other side was not tampered with, not messed with, so I just left it.
Yeah.
The other one, I just slapped some more packaging tape on it, couple of layers, and sent it in. No problem, right? Well, Goat's warehouse from us, it's Colorado, LA, so it's usually like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's done. That 2 days comes up into business. I haven't heard anything. Automatically red flag. I'm thinking, what the hell? These guys are running behind. What's going on? So I waited till the next business day, about middle of the day, 11 o'clock, 12, on the third day. Right? So they should have already had them, should have already authenticated, but I gave them that extra day. About 1 o'clock our time, sent a help. Right? So I went in there and was like, hey, here's my order number. Just want to know, it looks like you guys received it, but you know, I've got no money. What's going on? The goat help can be great sometimes, but it's also the worst. 2.5 hours later, I finally get a response, and they're like, yes, we have received your package. You know, usually it's 2 to 3 days. Give us to authenticate it. You'll have your money. I'm like, all right, so it's a default message. I'm like, this is bullshit. It wasn't personable, nothing. It was just, you know, hey, give us 2 to 3 days. That's the rules, blah, blah, blah. Have a nice day. This is 4 days now. Since they have, 3 days.
They said they received it,
Since
right?
they've received it, yeah.
They notified you we received it.
You bet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. So sent another email out, whatever, for the help, for goat help. They finally got back to me about 2 hours after that. They said, hey, yes, it looks like we have received your package. Just to let you know, we did receive your package, and there were no shoes in there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And if you know anything about me, I take this shit really serious. I try to take pride into wrapping it good, covering it. I always get receipts. If you guys don't get receipts...
Dude, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I would just drop off shoes, and I'd be in a hurry, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're cool, you're good," and I just drop them off because they're already pre-labeled. You don't have to wait.
Sure.
You only have to wait if you want a receipt. I would just drop the thing off and jet out the door.
And they'll even ask you sometimes, "Yo, you want a receipt?" You're like,
yeah.
I'm good.
No, I'm good. I always would with high dollar items, but not, you know, if I sold a GR or whatever. Now, receipts every single time.
Yeah.
Like that $100, that $180, $200, whatever it is. Like I can't afford to be losing that, you know. And I never thought I would lose that. I never thought that would be a potential that I could lose that money before this. I mean, yeah, like I said, few and far between situations.
Things happen.
But this makes it way worse for us in the sneaker community, man.
Totally.
So go ahead and continue.
So yeah, the PSA is keep your receipt, and I'll get into it in a second. So they said, hey, your shoes weren't in there. I sent an email back, and I'm like, what would you like me to do? How do we, you know, what's
so
the process?
they just hit you and say, hey, there's no shoes.
There's no shoes.
No shoes in the box, man.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there was,
there
right?
are shoes in the box.
So I literally said, so what's the process? Do I need to file, you know, a dispute with UPS in this case? You know, how do I get my money is essentially what I asked. And I get a response back, and it's actually 30 minutes. So now I guess maybe it's red flagged or something. They're getting back to me a little bit quicker, which is good. And they literally said, well, you know, sorry, we can't really help you out that much, but if you do have a receipt, can you take a screenshot of that and email that to us? Let's start there.
Thank goodness.
And I said, cool, I got you. Within 20 seconds, I'm out in the whip. I'm taking a picture of the UPS receipt, email them back directly. I assume, I don't know if this happened, but I assume once they're looking over the receipt, just validating that, making sure the package weight is on there, that makes sense, probably crossing their
That's
T's.
obviously why they're looking at the receipt.
Yeah.
They want to see the weight of the package that it matched up with the shoe.
Yeah.
Because once they have that, then they can say, all right, this is not on the customer. He sent the shoe off at this weight.
Yeah.
UPS, it was in UPS's system at that time, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I think that's exactly what it is. At least they're trying to make sure the weight's right, that kind of thing. They're probably looking to see if it's a corporate UPS. They're probably looking at indirect UPSs.
Yeah.
I mean, all of those things are taken into account. And then I assume they're also probably taking in account my actual account with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
which is very, good standing.
Yeah. Am I shipping on time? Do I have good standing? Have I ever sent a fake in? They're probably reevaluating all of those things. Later that evening, I finally get an email that says, hey, you know what? You're a great customer. You're really valued. We understand kind of what's going on. This is not on you. We went ahead and filed a dispute with UPS. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and pay you out the money that you were righted in this situation. And thank you for being a loyal customer. And we got you on this.
That's dope, man.
I was really appreciative of that. So shout outs to GOAT.
Yeah.
But the public service announcement really is, you know, you can protect yourself as much as you can, but have the receipt.
Have the receipt, and it's up to you guys whether you want to use these boxes anymore.
Right.
I personally am not, especially if it's a shoe of high dollar value. I just can't take that chance, man.
Yeah.
And I hate that I buy stuff from Nike and they're shipping me stuff in this box, but there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
The only thing we can do as a community is to make videos like this, to share them, man, to put it out there, to put it on Twitter, to put it on Instagram, and to share these with the public and make sure that Nike understands why we do not want them using these boxes, man, and what it's resulting in stories like this. The Dow has had issues with other people all over the internet. Maybe you yourself that have your sneakers stolen off your porch. Things like that make your shoes a target we should lessen that, man. Let's let these things just go in regular boxes.
Yeah, and all you guys can say, well, Dallas, you know, what are you doing using that box, that kind of thing. Like I said, you know, I'm in this to make money or make as much money back as I can. I don't want to lose money. That's the point. We're just letting everybody
help
know
everyone else out, man.
Yeah, that it continues to be a problem for multiple reasons, whether you're in it for money, in it for whatever. But this is really about Nike hopefully seeing this or seeing any type of...
Seeing a lot of the stuff that I've seen on Twitter, you guys are hitting me like, yo, what would you do about this? What would you...
Totally.
And it's like, I didn't just come up with this idea from nowhere. This shit is happening, man. This shit is really happening. It's real out here. Yeah. And this is making our sneakers a target, man. And I'm just trying to put this info out there for the people that don't know. And then also maybe for the people that do know. If you do know, hey, like I said, click share, click retweet. You know what I mean? Let the world see it. And that's really what we're trying to do with this video here, man. So,
totally.
Anything more, Del?
Man, fool me once. That's it. So I got fooled once. No more on that for me, at least. So I'll let you guys use your better judgment. But even if you're scratching out Nike checks, if you're putting the prepaid label over one of the swooshes, you still got the tape. Maybe
it's still on both sides. I mean,
you know, it's at this point you're just throwing away boxes, and then, you know, my lady, oh my God, she's big into saving the environment and stuff. I mean, for me to have to throw one of these away with the amount of stuff that she knows I ship out.
That's the stupidest thing. With the amount of stuff that we ship out, with the amount of stuff that we sell,
I'm wasting boxes.
It would be insane to throw every one of these out and not be able to reuse it. It would just be, and if all of us in the sneaker community are doing that are selling stuff.
Yeah. And if you guys are all rich, if you're all rich and going to Office Depot and buying your own boxes, shout outs to you. Good for you.
Shoot me some boxes.
Yeah, I'll take some boxes. But we all know that these are specifically sized, perfect for shoes. It makes sense. And for us to throw them away,
no doubt.
It's tough, man.
No doubt.
Know? So
I think we'll leave it on that note, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy all the stuff that we're doing here on the channel. Just trying to keep it topical, trying to keep it just different from basic sneaker reviews. All right, man. As always, thank you guys for supporting everything we do. We love the shit out of y'all, and we will see you fools tomorrow.
Dust to dust. Ashes to ashes. Rookie of the year. Every class I done mastered. Sipping wine, walking lines like I'm still drunk. Age is just a number on my